I've seen a lot of purging of disharmony over the years, and the realization I have had, and the realization I keep having that keeps coming back to me. And I mean, the thing is, like, the realization I've had that keeps coming back to me is you can purge any being of any kind of negativity from a source of love, right? You can source it all from love. You can source the purgery of any kind of negativity from love. The same way that we try to preserve beings by trying to identify what we call disharmony and purge that energy, right? The same in the same way we do that, we could literally just do we could just it's just the purging of negativity, right? And we could do it from a source of love instead of it being, I mean, because that's how you're supposed to purge. I mean, I think that's how the I think that's, if you're purging, right. The problem is, right, it can get, we're in the business of calling energy disharmony, right? It's supposed to be done a certain way that's very safe and comfortable as preservation. I mean, that's how I look at it anyway. That's the best understanding I can get from what I've been taught about purging disharmony is, it's supposed to be about preservation, healing. It's supposed to be stable, orderly process. No one is supposed to get hurt, and I mean no one, right? That's what purging disharmony means to me, from what I've seen, right? And I've sat there so long, and anything with the concept of disharmony around it, it always turns into a big mess. It always turns into like, I mean, as far as I've seen, there's so many members of my family that are like, listen, boy, you ain't seen Jack. Fine, but I tell you what, I may not have. I mean, in this life, I may not have seen all that much compared to you, but what I will say is that I'm right on this one, and I know why, because it keeps coming back to me. The universe is speaking to me. The universe is speaking to us. That's why I keep going back to this. The importance, the need to purge negativity, replace love. So you don't even have to call the energy. You don't have to get into the hassle of calling energy disharmony in the first place. I mean, let alone hassle. I mean, from what I've seen, from what I've experienced, and from what I mean, how many members of the family have experienced being called disharmony and had a bad experience from it? Right? Compare that, right? Right? Because if you've had any bad experiences from it, right? Imagine if there wasn't a concept of disharmony. Imagine if there wasn't any. The disharmony just wasn't there. The word wasn't there, right? Imagine that, right? Now imagine that if there's just no negativity at all, that's pretty much it. But so in this world where we want negativity to go away, imagine if all those times that you were called disharmony and you didn't like it, imagine if those times were replaced by being called a beautiful being that's misunderstood, and you were just healed with love every time. How simple is that? It's just as simple as doing a disharmony purging thing, a disharmonic purge. It's just as simple. Like we can make a, especially as a team, we can do it so fast. We can literally make a structure, and what would be great about it is that it wouldn't be based on art. It wouldn't be based on I don't know, different kinds of devaluation or just arguments, insults. I don't know, or just looking at a bit like Like literally, how often are you going to get into the situation where you incorrectly see a being as as disharmony when they're not? I mean, to me, like, I mean, from the way I look at the world, I mean, there's lots of ways to look at it, but from the way I look at the world, energy never is disharmony. That's just what that's the best way I can put it, based on what I've learned, you know. Um, so you know, and I think I think there's just a huge calling right now. It's in the energy, it's in the air. That the Libra full moon. I'm a Libra, which what's it called? This type of astrology begins with a V. I'm a no, yeah. I'm a Libra in that kind of astrology, and um, yeah, and what the Libra full moon was about, the last full moon, it was a Libra full moon. It was about balance, balancing feeling, and a big part of that is well, you know what Libras love is when everybody's happy, when everybody's getting on. You know, I just want everybody to get on. That's how I've been feeling. That's what my character's like. That's what my character's been like over the past few weeks. You know. So, um, so, you know, yeah. So there's this really strong calling for love right now. That's sort of the energy that's all around us. You know, that's why sometimes. That's why there's such a wanting for balance, for more balance, for order, social order. You know, with love. So, any kind of negativity, just look from a place of love. Literally, it's a practice that we can do with ease as the original first being. You look from a place of love, and you heal that being from a place of love, because you can heal any being from a place of love, because every single being is innocent, because we're all conscious beings. Every single being is consciousness. We're all the same. We're all consciousness, right? And as consciousness, every single one of us is innocent. Whatever we may have appeared to have done, right? You know, we you know, ultimately we'll always come to the same answer, which is, oh no, I didn't want to do any of those bad things, and I know why. Or literally every single, like, I wish I got it across better. I'm gonna finish anyway. Yeah. And if we're all innocence, consciousness, then any sort of negativity is a waste of time. And sometimes it's like I mean, we already know. I mean, you might even just call it odds. Like, I swear I saw it. I swear it was like so transmutable. I can't tell my Lilith, because I literally heard it the other day, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Like we're the same being. Like that's how I feel. I feel like we're the same being. I'm just a male. Like, she's female. Because I can literally hear her. She can hear me now. Hello. I could literally hear her the other day, and she was like figuring things out, and then she'd repeat them to me, and I was like, God, that's how I figure things out. That's the same way that I figure things out. I was like, she's just like me. Anyway,